Welcome back to The Positive Side. I'm Ann DeSantis, your host. Always great to be here. And today I have a fantastic guest, and you will be entertained and you will learn so much about her and about what she's doing with her life. Her name is Erika Stauffer, and she is a missionary. She's going on a mission trip through Adventures in Missions. If you have your phone out, you should check it out. It's at adventures.org. Well, Erika, I want to welcome you to The Positive Side.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. So, Erika, you have done so much with through your church. I know you go to Hope Community Church in Willow Grove, PA, and you were introduced to the idea of being a missionary and doing some work in the field. Tell us what that was like for you. I know you started out in junior high.
Yeah, in junior high I went to Puerto Rico, and then that's where I really started to feel a pull towards missions. And then in high school I went to Arizona, and then for the past 2 years I went to Transnistria, which is right outside, which is a off-right country of Moldova.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know we had spoken before, and you told me that one of the things that you really like about doing this work is that you're working with children. What is that experience like for you?
I've always loved working with children from like a young age, and it's always been something that God has definitely laid on my heart, was to work with kids.
Yeah, that's amazing. Going back to the fact that you said your very first trip, I think you said, was it Puerto Rico?
Yes.
And just reflecting back on that, tell us a little bit about the experience there and what you did when you were there.
We ran a VBS. I mean, it was a while ago, so I don't remember much of it. I remember bits and pieces of it. So like we ran a VBS, and then we did some construction work for a church there.
Amazing. And for our viewers who are watching, once again, I have Erika Stauffer, and she's here because she is going to be telling us about this really big trip that she's going on in the coming year. She's leaving in August, and she's going to be visiting, I believe, is it 11 countries?
Yes.
11 countries through Adventures in Missions. So let's talk about that. I mean, how amazing is that? What will be the first country that you'll be visiting?
As of right now, it's Colombia.
Colombia, okay. And have you gotten any type of information about what you'll be doing once you get there?
Not yet. I should be learning that in training camp.
Wonderful, wonderful. So it starts out in Colombia,
Yes. and
I know that you will be visiting Peru and Ecuador. And what are some of those other countries?
Lesotho, South Africa, and then Swaziland, and then India and Nepal, and then the Ukraine, Moldova, and Romania.
Oh, how amazing. Yeah. My daughter, as a matter of fact, right now, as we speak, is in India doing some mission work for just 2 weeks. But yes, I know, communicating with her as she's away, it's another world, and doing such good work that you are. We want to learn a lot more about you with your life, your faith, and your mission. So just backtracking, I know I've met your parents, Steve and Becky Stauffer, great people. You come from a wonderful family. Tell us about your upbringing and about your family.
Well, I grew up going to church from basically when I was born, and we actually did Builders for God growing up. So like I got a taste of that there. And then I also have 3 older siblings.
Okay. And have any of them ever done any type of work? Are you the first in your family to do this, like where really you're going away for almost a year, correct? Is it a year?
Yeah. My sister's done short-term mission trips, but nothing to the extent of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Now, you went to Puerto Rico, so that was like that first experience. And then the next place I think you said you went in high school was Arizona.
Yes.
Was it similar to the Puerto Rico trip, or was there something different about that?
It was a little bit different because we didn't really necessarily fly overseas, and it was my first trip without any family members because my sister went to Puerto Rico with me. So there was that whole different experience of not having a family member with me.
And you were gone for, was it a couple weeks?
I think it was a week.
Okay. And then now, you know that I have a hard time with this pronunciation. Then you went to Transnistria.
Yes.
And if I'm correct, Transnistria, is it somewhere near the Ukraine?
Yes, it's between the Ukraine and Romania. There's a small country there called Moldova, and I don't remember the exact year, but they broke off, Transnistria broke off from Moldova.
Okay. So what was that experience like for you?
It's a whole new world.
Is it?
It was a whole different culture, and we worked with an orphanage there, and that was like my first taste of kids that don't have much.
What kinds of activities would you do with them?
We ran a VBS there, and we did like sports, crafts, and then we did like a whole skit.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Very nice. And for those of our viewers, because we get viewers from all over, VBS, she's referring to Vacation Bible School, which is coming into season right now because we're coming into summertime, and a lot of the Vacation Bible schools will be starting. Does your church do that too for the summer?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Ours is June 17th to the 21st.
Good advertising. June 17th to the 21st. Are you helping with that?
I'm not sure because of work.
Okay. And by the way, what do you do? What type of work do you do?
I am a kennel assistant.
Oh, you're a kennel assistant.
Yes.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's in Chalfont, Pennsylvania, and it's a very different run kennel.
Okay.
So like the dogs actually get to go outside, and that's really the only space they have to go to the bathroom is outside versus other kennels where they.
Sounds like a good one. What is it called, if you don't mind, for our viewers?
Night watch kennel.
Okay, very good, very good. So you're doing good work. You're going to be busy. What will that preparation work be like for you this summer, just in getting ready to leave for, is it 10 months?
11 months.
11 months.
Yeah. In August, I have a 11-day training camp, and then I actually leave in October.
Okay, excellent. Now, I want to mention to our viewers especially that if you do have a heart for the gospel, that Erika is doing a fundraiser for this trip, and she could use your help. So I was wondering if you could tell them where they could, if they wanted to donate and help you with your fundraising for your trip.
It's on my blog. It's erikastauffer.theworldrace.org.
Okay, we'll be sure to repeat that at the end. And on adventures.org, you can learn about these trips and how terrific they are in helping and spreading the gospel, doing God's work, and really living out what God is calling all of us to do in reaching out to those who are in need and need to hear and see the love of God. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, your first stop will be Colombia.
Yes.
Now, do you know what your second stop will be yet?
As of right now, it's supposed to be Ecuador.
Okay. And do you know anything yet about Ecuador? Have you done any research about any of these countries?
I've done a little research. There's stuff on my blog about Colombia and Ecuador. I haven't really had the time or gotten around to doing the other countries.
Yeah, there's so much to do.
Yeah.
So moving on again, I know that you listed out some of the other countries, but you're going to be spending some time in, is it South Africa?
Yeah.
And also back up again to like toward the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Is that part of it, the Ukraine part of it, toward the end of the trip?
Yes. I'll be hitting Ukraine, Moldova, and Romania towards the end.
And Transnistria?
There's a chance that I could go.
Okay. And have you kept in any touch with any of the people from that area from the last time that you went?
Yeah, we actually, some of our translators and also the organization that we work through, sometimes she comes over and to do fundraising for herself.
Oh, that's
to
so good.
Support her mission.
You're going to meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
And how many young people will be going with you? And what's the age range too of the people that are going on this trip?
I believe the age range is 21 to 35.
Oh, okay.
And then I believe right now there's about 27 of us.
27.
Yeah.
And I guess for each, you're flying to the different, obviously, to the different destinations. So, well, we have a lot more to talk about. So we are going to have to take a little break. So join us in a few minutes on the positive side with my friend here, Erika Stauffer.
force.uso.org.
I want to be a contender. I want a warm belly to sleep on.
A big house.
How do I look? Do I look good?
I want to play hard.
My nails done once a month.
I want
a home. I just want a home. I want someone to love.
Last year, more than 30,000 companion animals came to us without homes. 20,000 of them were felines. Let's make some homes together.
Add us on social media to watch bloopers, behind-the-scenes footage, previews, and more.
Welcome back to The Positive Side. This is Ann DeSantis, and I'm joined by Erika Stauffer. Erika is a missionary with Adventures in Mission. You can learn about them at adventures.org. She's telling us about these countries that she's going to be visiting starting in October of this coming year. That's 2019. She's going to be gone for 10 months, spreading the gospel and doing God's work. So thank you again for being here. And we were talking about the different countries that you're going to be visiting.
Yeah.
And right before the break, we were talking about the fact that toward the end of the trip, you're going to be visiting countries that are close to the Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And now, also, you mentioned South Africa.
Yes.
When will you be visiting there?
I believe that should be towards like the middle of the trip.
Okay. Yeah. And do you have any idea how long you'll be there?
Each country I'll be in for a month.
A month.
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be a really terrific, wonderful, and also mostly the fact that you are doing something that's really doing God's will, spreading the gospel, and just loving people as God has instructed all of us to love. So do you know now when you reach a destination and you're there for a month, do you have any idea at this point the kinds of activities that you might be doing?
A lot of it has been saying like we're going to be working with orphanages and help planning churches and stuff like that.
And you were mentioning that about 27 people will be going with you.
Yes.
Awesome. As well as leaders from Adventures in Missions?
Yes.
Very good, very good. I know that when you're there, you'll probably have to pack somewhat light. Am I correct?
Yeah, I'm going to be traveling with a pack and a backpack.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So as far as any clothing, extra clothing that you need, you pretty much just have to wash your clothing, and then, you really are depending on God during this trip.
Yes.
Isn't that true?
Yes.
Now, our viewers are watching, and you're probably wondering about Adventures in Missions. And it is a missionary program for young people between the ages of, you were saying, like about 21 to 35?
Yeah, that's just the world race.
Okay. And you can learn about it again at adventures.org. Now, I wondered if you could tell them again about your blog and what your blog is called.
Well, monthly I'll be updating it, or monthly, weekly, as much as I can while I'm on the race. And the link is erikastauffer.theworldrace.org.
Excellent. And then there's a link there that if you would like to give and help her, because guess what? These kinds of mission trips, they really do need your help. So I'm encouraging to help her out. But most of all, please, would you say a prayer? Pray for Erika, pray for everyone that's going on this trip. I know that the training will begin in August 2019, and she'll be leaving for Colombia in October. And when do you actually finish the entire trip? When will you be coming back?
I believe the date is August 22nd.
Of 2020?
Yes.
Oh, so it's really, honestly, almost a full year because the training. Where does the training take place?
In Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, so you'll be there, would it be for a couple months that you're there?
No, it'll just be a week.
Oh, okay. So it's the week training, and then you get a little time off in between to get ready, and wonderful. Do you know anyone that's going on this trip with you?
No, I actually don't. But we have been getting to know each other through a group chat that we're all in.
Excellent, excellent. I'm sure that you've been praying yourself about it daily.
Yes.
I'm sure your parents have been praying about it. I'm sure that people at your church, it's Faith Community Church in Willow Grove, say hello to everyone there. And I'm sure that you could use everyone's support and prayers and outreach. Now, can people communicate with you while you're away? Will they be able to message with you? I know that my daughter's in India right now. She's actually doing some mission work, and you can use Messenger. I know that with us, we can use Messenger or WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Is that something that you'll be able to do while you're traveling?
Yeah, I should be able to do it, but Wi-Fi is hard to come by, so it's not going to be quite often that I'm going to be able to contact back here.
Well, I'll be keeping you in my prayers for
Thank
sure.
you.
And you're going to be, another aspect is you're certainly going to be trying lots of different kinds of foods. You're certainly going to be meeting people from all over the world. This is going to be something that you'll take with you for the rest of your life. So have you done any research at all about that part of it, the culture part of it, the food? I mean,
A little bit. I know a little bit about like the Ukraine and Moldova and Romania, about how like the culture there is, because like I've been there, so, and like I know how the food is, but for the other countries I'm not quite sure.
yeah, you'll find out. How was when you were in Transnistria, I said it correctly, when you were in Transnistria, what was the food like there? How was it?
It was actually really good, and it was fun to try different things as someone that doesn't like to try many new foods.
Well, you certainly will be soon, because we're not sure, right, how much American food you'll be able to get a hold of. Maybe you will in some instances,
Yeah.
right? But you might be trying all kinds of different foods. So once again, for those who are just tuning in, I have my friend here, Erika Stauffer. She's a missionary. She will be leaving in October of 2019 for Colombia for almost a 10-month or almost a full year, really.
Yeah.
I mean, with Adventures in Missions. So I'm sure that you're really excited. Is your family really anticipating this and excited for you too?
Yes.
And your friends?
Yeah, my friends are very supportive, and so is my family.
Awesome, awesome. Is there anything that you would like to share with our viewers about your needs at this time? I mean, I know that obviously there is a financial need to do some fundraising, but is there anything else that you'd like to say to our viewers?
Just lots of prayers.
Okay, and we will make sure that our viewers, in fact, if you're watching this right now, lift up a prayer for her right now. Ask God to bless her, keep her safe, all the other 27 people that are going, and Adventures in Missions ministry. Can you tell us a little bit about the ministry itself? Do you know much about, how long it's been around or anything like that?
Not off the top of my head, but I'm sure you could look into it
Yeah,
online.
it's a great website. I mean, I checked it out
Yeah.
myself at adventures.org, and it seems to me to be a worldwide organization that's doing mission work all over the place. So, doing excellent things. So, well, that sounds really like you've got so much to look forward to. And now you mentioned the fact that you really like working with kids. What do you like the most about working with young kids?
Just how little care they have.
Yes.
There's not much for them to worry about. They can just be kids and do almost whatever they want, with a boundary, obviously.
Yeah, that's right. And you can teach them about the love of God. You can teach them about trusting God, because they're coming to you with these vacation Bible schools, and sometimes from not as much means as what we have here in this country. You're going there and sacrificing your time, sacrificing your life for a certain given period of time.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good thing. Now, are there any type of, I know that with some of these missions, there are t-shirts and things that you can buy. If our viewers are watching and they want to get an Adventures in Missions shirt, do you know if they're available online?
I don't know. I believe they are.
Okay. And do you have items, or is it mostly just your fundraising? Because I know sometimes there's fundraising items that can help with mission trips?
Yeah. I am actually selling T-shirts.
Oh, good. Tell us about that.
It has a map of the world on the front with a little world logo on it, and then it has Mark 16:15, which is my Bible verse for this trip, and then on the back it has my blog, and then all the countries I'll be visiting.
Excellent. Now that's on your blog, right?
Yes.
Okay, we do have to end the show. I can't believe it. I always say that every week. Tell us again your blog and where they can find that link for the T-shirts on the website.
Okay. It's erikastauffer.theworldrace.org, and I'll be posting a link for my T-shirts on my blog.
Thank you. Erika, from my heart, thank you for coming on the positive side, and I will be keeping you in my prayers. For Erika Stauffer and myself, have a great day.